movement nearby.
There she is. Gotcha.
Ice
I woke up falling from the sky. My hands in chains and I don't know why. I freed myself before it's too late. I escaped from a dire fate. I landed near a broken town. Puppets and beepers rolling around. I made a spear from a rock and stick and stabbed.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. The Accidental Survivor here, and we're back for another episode of SCUM. This is our puppet game series, and we just left the radiation zone, and we're driving. So I'll check on my status of my radiation poisoning or sickness or whatever once we get up here to this little town. We're going to come in here and search this little place. You know, I figured, what the hell? We were driving away. I saw this little town here, or little village. We'll check it out. And I'm going to go through it on the roadway because I got a feeling there's going to be puppets here. And I don't want to roll across the grass and be like right next to them. I want to be able to see them from a distance, then get out and shoot them. Stuff like that. The hell is this freaking... Alright, never mind. I was like, where the hell's the road to this town? I kept driving away from it. Well, so much for that idea of sneaking in behind them. Dude, is there even a road going to this place? There is. A little tiny one right there. Alright, I don't see any puppets. Let's keep my eyes open. You know, let's get out right here. I don't see any puppets. And I want to check out my radiation and stuff. See how that's doing. Let's see what we got. Okay, our radiation presence is still in recovery. But I don't know. I mean, our radiation 0.6%. So I guess that's not too bad, but let's do this anyway. What's it's being affected by potassium iodide. So we're going to wait until that thing disappears. Actually, you know what? We're going to take another one. We got 70 of them. 17 of them. And where the hell's my helmet? Here we go. And I don't want it to run out while I'm you know, doing something, then I forget that it ran out, and then my radiation starts building up again. So I think if I keep... If this goes to the end, maybe the radiation will go away. I don't know. Either way, I don't really want to drop all my gear, so that may be an ongoing battle until we can pee it out, wash it off, get stuck in the rain, all that stuff. Hopefully it'll eventually go away. Hey, there's nobody in here. I say that as a... Let me get the bat out. I say that as some freaking bandit, you know, happens to be here. We got wheels. Tractor door. We don't need any tractor doors or wheels. I'd like to find another motorcycle and get that going. There's a headlamp. Because I've been using that in that little the other series that I was playing. The motorcycle with the sidecar. That thing goes pretty quick. I like it. The storage is not as good as the tractor, but it's decent. Safety goggles. Insulating bar. And a hat. Farmer's cap. Ball cap. Yeah, I didn't think there was going to be much here, but I figured what the hell, we're driving by. Might as well check it out. We have a house. And there's a well. Ooh, I wonder if I can wash off using the well. I hate when it says check because there's never anything there. Oh, it's 49% full. Oh, dude. So how do you access it? Do I need a bottle in my hands? Let me try something here. Well, let's try this. Oh, I can spill it, check it. We don't have any empty bottles, do we? You know what? We'll come back and check on that. I want to get into that house, but we'll check the garage first. And there's another little workshop right here, too. Dude, I like it. They got, like shelving lined up. That's pretty cool. It's not just like an empty place. There's a headlamp. Those are actually worth a little bit of money, I think. We aren't going to take the nails. Nope, no nails. Yeah, I like how each place, like, this is unique. You know, if you go to another one of these garages, the items that are laying here may not be in those exact positions. And it's not just like a standard POI that's, placed all over the place. You know, each building has got its own unique, the outline, the architecture of it may be the same, but the way it's set up in the inside is different. And I like that. I like it about this game. You know, that they do that, stuff like that. All right, a lot of bolts and stuff. We don't want that stuff. Just looking. More bolts. All right, let's get up top of this thing. Maybe there's a bottle or something we can fill. I want to see if I can get that well to work. It said it's 43% full. What about the sink? Maybe there's soap in here. We need soap. Oh, a cucumber. It's pretty good shape, too. Let me take that. Oh, that's all the same one. I forgot. And a pot. Or pan. Thread is actually pretty good shape. Let me take that. 14. Make another. We got plenty of those sewing kits, though. We don't really need that. You know, we got another one there. Let's just drop that. We don't need that stuff. But if I can find... where's the bathroom? What the hell? Oh, that's a goat. I was like, dude, I heard somebody scream. Some tennis shoes. Oh, look at that. We got a utility belt. We already have one. Ours is at 90. This is at 80. But you know what? This one here, if I hold control... See, I don't see a radiation level on this. So I don't know if those things are affected by radiation. And then, they should be. Because I was thinking about swapping them, because this one would be clean, and I would just fix it up. But I don't think there's radiation on those items that I'm carrying. Instant oatmeal. We'll take some more food. With some more lockpicks. We'll take some of those. We got safety pins, but actually I think we've used them all up. Some of them up, anyway. We don't want the shirts. That's all the same thing. All right. That's all one container. Any money shoved in the mattress? No. No soap in here either. Oh, we forgot this. Gloves. All right. Yeah, say we can find soap. You know, I want to see if that'll let me wash up a little bit. So it says you can check it, but you can't. Damn. And we don't need to really drink. You know, actually, let's try this. Let's try this. Let's go ahead and take a drink. And now with the bottle in our hands, fill bottle with fresh water. All right. Wash eyes. Drink. Check. Can't wash, though. Not wash yourself. All right. Well, we took a drink and we filled that back up. And that's about it. So we could probably get water filled back up from our bottle right there as well. But there's nothing really here. Got a cement mixer. Fertilizer, seeds, or stuff like that probably. Ooh, there's a sawed-off freaking shotgun. Not bad. Not as good as the one I've got, but it's kind of neat. We're not going to take it. All right, let's move on. There's not much here. No puppets, nothing going on. How's my health and stuff looking? I mean, I'm gone. It's done. Do I not have any radiation on me anymore? I mean, it looks like I got that stuff to go away. All right, my tractor's not irradiated. All my stuff in the back should be clean. It's all in here. I don't see anything about radiation on any of these items. Nah. I think we're good. Awesome. Nice quick trip through the radiation zone. And we still got that freaking radiation suit in the back. All right, well, that dilemma's ended. We don't have to worry about that. I thought those effects were going to be following me around for, like, episodes until I died or abandoned all my crap and then just, you know, got all new stuff. Where is this taking us? Kind of back to the road we want to go to. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to go up here and go to the right. Okay, nice. Another little farmstead up here. Still no puppets. Let's check this house out. No bandits, no puppets. Nice and quiet. Of course, it's a derelict building. Yeah, see how this is different. You know, like you don't see many houses like this. I mean, there are other ones, obviously, but I like how it's just like randomly come across stuff like this, and it's different than all the other places. That's one thing I like about SCUM is the realism is like on par with like freaking one of the best games you can play for realism in my opinion. But sometimes they just take it too far, you know, with the realism. But I like that the radiation wasn't as realistic as I thought it was. Here, look at that, 18 more freaking shotgun shells. We were down. No, not that dude. This. Nice. And a biker jacket. We should take that too. Now, we do find soap. I will try to use that. Or, you know, keep it until we get to like a river or something. But this house is empty. But it doesn't look like it's really necessary. You know, the radiation, my radiation's gone. Awesome. All right, what else we got coming up? That was that. We got an intersection here. We're going to go down this white road to get us over here to the factory. Because that's where we're going to kind of go to next. What do you... Yeah. But that's where we're going to go to next. We're going to get out of the... or go to the factory. There we go. Yeah, we're going to go up there to the factory. So we're going to drive down a specific white road on the map, which I don't think is... Is it this one here? Crap, that goes to the north. I wish you could do sense of direction on here. I mean, you can, I guess, if you use the map here. See, we don't want to go... We want to go west. Southwest? Is this the road? I thought this was the one we just came off of, but it's not. Yeah, see, we're going the wrong way. Damn it. That's what I'm talking about. And we got to look for gas, too, because we're starting to get low. Now, we do have the jerry cans in the back that I filled up, so we can use those in an emergency so we don't run out again. But we need to go get us, before we go driving too crazy far, you know, the next gas station we come across, we want to go ahead and fill up our tank again. Okay, so this is what I was... Oh, there's something down there. That's it. This is the road we want. Yeah, we're going down the wrong way. So the white road is... That's gravel, or the dirt roads. It's the yellow. The yellow are the paved ones. Okay. And what the hell is this? Another little farm. I see fertilizer up top. We don't want that stuff. But there's a couple barn buildings. You know, we don't need to check those areas. But I wouldn't mind checking in here. Like, especially the house. Like I said, we could find... There's another farm building up top, or up ahead, too. Let me take a look. Okay, got another few buildings. Those are these buildings coming up. Okay, that's the factory up there. So we're not close enough to that. Look, there's a fixable truck. A couple more tires. This kind of vehicle I'd like to get. I just don't have the parts to fix it. And it's like, I'd have to search the freaking map for the parts necessary and then drag like one tire at a time. You know, it'd take forever. It takes too long to get vehicles going in this game, in my opinion. It'd be nice if every now and then you find like one that's like, just needs gas or something like that. Or like a battery, and it needs a new battery. Yeah, there's not going to be much in here. I just wanted to check it out. All right, let's get up to the other building. I've not seen any freaking puppets or NPCs at all. I don't think Black Hat turned them off. That's not like him. All right, now we didn't really go into the other farmhouse, but I didn't see there being anything that I wanted. I hear a puppet. There's one in the bushes. Oh, crap. Oh, damn it. And here I get the freaking button. Come on. Luckily, they're delayed getting out while I can go over here, get my bat. All right, come here, dude. Well, it's not really a dude, but you're dressed like one. And nothing that I want. All right. Well, I guess the puppets are... Oh, there's another one there. So I guess the puppets are not turned off. Oh, crap. Oh, no. Okay, I think he's about to scream. That's what it felt like. Well, I'll use up all these arrows that I'm using are ones that I got off the NPCs when I killed them. So, I'll take all my arrows back. They're all beat up, but, you know, we got 3 and we got 12 more right there. Let's put you down here. And my arrow stuff. We still got a sewing kit. We got our 11 screwdrivers there. We got some lock picks. All right, what else you got on you? All right, nothing that I want. That must have been the couple that used to live here before they zombified. All right. Well, anyway, let's look around. What is that? What the heck is that metal pipe? Oh, it's like a curtain rod that fell. That's pretty cool. I've never actually seen one of those. There's more. I'm going to take some more garlic. That's good for in case we get infected. Which we've been pretty lucky in this series so far. Another cucumber that's in good shape. And more garlic. We'll take all of that. We don't want that stuff. Nope. I still haven't seen any soap yet. But normally those are in the kitchens. Or in the bathrooms, like the buildings that have bathrooms, like public restrooms. That's where you find a lot of soap in those places. Bunny slippers. Ooh. Box of 22 rounds. All right, we don't have a 22. I don't want that ammo. All right, that's another farmhouse. I was like, why are you running, dude? All right, that's everything in here. I didn't think there was going to be much, but I figured I'll at least check it out. And there were those puppets that were there. So if we get up here to this factory, we'll be able to get inside. There are a lot of those public restrooms where there's going to be soap. And although the sinks don't work, I don't think you can wash yourself at the sinks. I can take the soap with me and wash at a river or something like that. Anyway, let's get down the road a little further. We got that factory coming up. And we'll see if we can get inside of there and start stirring up trouble. And there's the factory. You know, let's go this way. Instead of going around the backside, we're going to cut around here to the front. Should be able to find some decent stuff in here. The mechs are off. You know, like I said, the mechs are turned off. However, there's still tons of freaking puppets. And we got the threaded NPCs as always. All right, here's the main gate. I'm thinking about going through here. Oh, there's a cargo drop. Hold on. How far away is that from me? Shoot. Oh, hold on. Dude, get off my freaking tractor. Dude, they changed this around. I don't remember it being this derelict, but I know they updated it. We're going to get out right here. I want to take care of that pup before it gets here. Is he, Yeah, I don't think he's even following me. Damn it. I want to park by the freaking entrance. Let's do that again. Here's the main entrance. Well, I guess the puppet died when he, like, tried to jump on the back of my freaking thing, because I don't see him. I mean, I don't see his body, but it was about right here. I'm just curious. I'm pretty sure we just killed him. Yeah, he's probably over here on the ground. All right, no problem. I really don't care about him. I just wanted to see, I wanted to see why he wasn't following us. Okay, here we go. I mean, we'll just go right through the main entrance because we don't have any, Let me do this. Let's get the bat out. If it's an NPC coming at us, we'll shoot him. Ooh, we'll start right here, I guess. We'll close you up. I don't see any puppets in here. So let's search some of these crates. There should be some decent crates in here. You know, like this. Look at that. There's already a rebar. Look at it. There's a chainsaw, a rebar cutter, 338 ammo. We don't need that. Military shirt. We're only going to take some good stuff. You know, I'm not going to pick up... I'm going to look at every place, or I'm going to look at a lot of places, but I'm not going to obviously take everything I find. We're going to work our way towards where the good loot is. But there's some crates like this along the way we can check out. Dude, I'm not seeing anybody in here. So there's 38 rounds. We don't need that. There's a baseball bat. Decent shape, but we don't need it. I hear a voice. I had a feeling there was no puppets here for a reason. They're up here. They're going to come around the side of that building, I think. There's a puppet right there, too. Oh, crap. Where's that coming from? I don't want to get that puppet's attention. That's all I'll need. Where did I hear that voice? Crap, I need to get up on the wall. There's somebody up here. They're like running around these freaking stairs or... I wonder if I can get up to the roof. That's kind of where we need to get to. We'll leave the gun out. That voice is over here somewhere. I think they're in that building. Dude, I hope not. Oh, man. Somebody's going to blast me. I freaking know it. I'm going to be on these stairs getting blasted.
Footsteps close.
They are. They're up here. Oh, there he is. Oh, dude. He had his back to me. He was like a sniper up here. Wonder if there's anybody else. What do he have? He had a shotgun. He's got some bird. He had bird shot. He had a portable gas stove and some Red Ghoul energy drink. Didn't save you, buddy. This is where all the good loot is, too. Nice. You know, let me do this. Let's get the baseball bat back out. Because if it's a puppet in here, I'd rather just beat him to death. And make sure there's not anybody else lurking around either. You know, bandits, that is. Look at all the lockers. Dude, I don't know if we have enough... let's get down to the end. We'll start up here. We got this whole area to check now. Awesome. One freaking NPC. That's better than a whole bunch of puppets. There's a beer. We'll have a victory beer. After we're done looting this place. Metal arrows. You know what? We got 3 crappy ones. Let's take 8 good ones. And let's put those in there. Nice. Yeah, they're at 31%. These are at 27, but we got 12 of those. So I do want to kind of hold on to them because there's a lot. And now we got new awesome arrows. A new tactical handgun holster. Let me just check on my health again. Make sure something weird didn't happen while we were playing. No, I'm still good. I'm still free of the infection. All right, so do we have bobby pins on? You know what? Dude, I got 3 lockpicks. Did I not bring safety pins? Dude. All right, hold on. Oh, that's the outside. We got this whole place to check, but let me check some of these desks. Please be some safety pin boxes in here. Because I only have 3 lockpicks on me. And since there's some desks, sometimes there are. Smartphone battery. Give me safety pins. Smartphone, or mobile phone. Nothing in that one. Dude. Oh, there's a padlock. Maybe I can find that stuff in one of these boxes. Piece of rubber. No, I don't need bolts. We may have to go back out to my vehicle, which stinks because that means there's another chance of me activating puppets. Let me just check these the normal garbage boxes that I wouldn't normally look in to see if I can find some safety pins or additional. Look, I found cash. Holy crap. I almost didn't even walk by this stuff here. $34. I wasn't even going to search this stuff. Wire. No. More nails or bolts. Nails. A lot of these boxes, we should get lucky and find something. There's wire snips. More of those. Soap. Let me take the soap. We'll try that again later. Not that we need to get radiation off, but like I said, I'll try to see if I can just wash. Clean my clothes up. Screwdriver. We don't need the screwdriver. We have the good screwdriver. There's a fishing rod. A reel. Damn. All right, let's check all these boxes. Before we do any of the stab-proof vest, I'm not going to take this. Actually, let me take that smoke grenade. Before I do any of the the locked chests. Let me search the regular chests. Maybe we'll find something we can use to get into the locked chests. We could use a crowbar if we had one. If we find one, I'll take. There's 45 rounds. Let's take those. That's for our Tommy gun. We don't want birdshot, and we don't want the bulletproof or stab-proof vests. Or that. Another chainsaw in a freaking cardboard box laying here. Fishing or nylon. Rope. That's pretty good. Paper. And bolts. All right, we can't get into those just yet. There's a slouch hat there. All right, let's Damn. Well, we searched all those regular containers. There's nothing there. The desks are empty. Let's we got 3 lockpicks. Let me check these boxes. I'm glad you can search each one of these. Oh, look at that freaking drill. Yeah, I'm glad you can search each one of these, so that's a lot more chances of me finding what I need. No. Box of nails. No. All right, well, we can get into 3 of these. Let me check these crates here. M16 folding sights. Let me take those. They're compact. I don't know what they're worth, but... Oh, we already searched those. All right. Well, we got 3 of them. 3 of these we can get into. We got to take our gloves off. I keep forgetting about that. So we got the first one open. Oh, a UMP-45. Oh, you know what? What is this? 22. I'm not going to take that. And let me take my gloves off so I can lockpick a little easier. Come on, dude. There we go. So I only got 3 of those lockpicks. Another Tommy gun. It's at 47%. I'm going to take that. That I will take and I'll sell. And 38 rounds we don't need. And this is the last one. The last lockpick that we have. Another MP5 and a military helmet. Let's take the military helmet as well. Like I said, I'm not going to take the guns. I could, and I could take the guns and I can sell them, and I'll get some money for them, but they just take up so much space. I'd rather have the smaller items that are worth more. You know, the Tommy gun is awesome because I know that's worth a lot. And I already have like 3 of them, so I like using them. But let's get back to the tractor. I want to get some more of this lockpick stuff because there's all those lockers up top here. Plus, there's other places on the factory here that we want to check out. Hopefully, that was the only NPC. This is as fast as I can run. And we got that puppet down here, too. Or there was a puppet down here. I like to drop my tractor inside, but, you know, I'm not going to chance that. Because even if I'll end up probably logging out here inside the factory this episode. And I don't want to log back in and have my tractor here and have a bunch of puppets around it. At least it'll be outside the fence. I don't know. I think I'm going to drive inside. I think it's worth it. And I don't hear anybody or see anybody. We already took care of the one dude. But we do need to hit a trader up as well. We are getting stacked in here with stuff again. We got all these extra helmets and we got 2 Tommy guns right there to sell. Now we got another one here. More stuff to sell here. Let's get our gloves back on. And we're going to sell this also. Actually, let's start putting that up here where we can fit it. We're going to just get rid of that. We're going to keep the soap here. We don't need to carry it around on us. We're going to save our victory beer for when we are almost finished. Lockpicks are done. We're going to drink that beer today. Let's get some of this food out. Here's a 4 of 6. We'll keep the 5 of 6. And 45 rounds we'll put in our gun. Let me stack these or as much as I can and take the extra rounds out. We don't even have that gun on us. Let's get that gun on us. There we go. And you're number 5. Awesome. Compound bow. Baseball bat is number 3. Yeah, we got that here. All right, we got that stuff out. Let's drive the tractor inside. That was funny, though. That guy was like way up top. I thought he was down here on the ground. Yeah, let's put you right here. I heard a puppet. Hurry up, dude. It was off in the distance, though. Oh, crap. All right. Let's take him out with the bat. That's the one from earlier. All right, just him. Rag strips. All right, let's see if we got any more of those lockpicks on us. Or safety pin boxes. I'm sure we do. I just got to find it. Here's money. That's 45 rounds. More of that stuff. Yeah, let's get our money over there, too. You know what? I think we can stack it, but here's 3 lockpicks here. Let's go ahead and stack my money up. 35 freaking bucks. That's all I got stacked in there. Okay, we have some lockpicks there. We have a whole lockpicking bag. Let's see if we can find that, which one it is. Dude, what the hell did I do? Here we go. Those are all lockpicking stuff. So let's do this. Let's take this one. Let's take this one. Let's take a 43% crowbar. We'll try to use these up first. There we go. Now we got lockpicking stuff. I'm a little bit overweight carrying that extra stuff, but we're going to use up those crowbars before we use the lockpicks. This is as fast as I can run. All right, let's get back up to the top. All right, so here we go. That's still locked. Let's do this. Let's take, which one is this one? 43%. Let's take that into our hands. We'll use this one first. Dude, that took for freaking ever with that crowbar. But, you know, we got a scar out of it. And some 9mm rounds. Let me try something. Let's get the other crowbar here. Let's see if I can get that scar. Because I wouldn't mind taking that. And let's get that up here. Yeah, that's worth, you know, enough for me. Enough to make it worth my while. So how's that crowbar looking at? We're at 31%. It took a long time, but I want to use it up. I want to get rid of these damn crowbars. You know, we've been carrying around just for this reason anyway, in case we need force these open. So let me try to force these open until that breaks, and we'll use up the other one too. Dude, I can't do it. I can't do it. It's just taking so freaking long. We're going to just drop that on the ground. We have the other crowbar on us. Actually, you know, we're not going to drop it. We're going to leave it there. And we got enough. We got a bunch of lock picks. Let's just freaking pick the lock. So much faster that way. Look at that. I'd have been at like 20% on the lock picking now. Dude, an M249. Oh my gosh. Hold on. We can carry it, but we're going to be freaking slow. I got to take the M249. I cannot leave that behind. Oh my god. Compound bow. What? Wait, which one is this? Is that 75%? This is at 93. I just like the color of it. Hold on, let me drop you. Because it's camouflaged. I got to take that one. It's a little bit worse off, but we can repair that. And we're just going to swap it. We're going to just do a straight up swap. All right. Carbon Hunter magazine. That stuff we can leave. I forgot to take my gloves off again, but so far it's okay. 45 rounds. We'll take those two. All right, that's all the lockers. And we can move at a pretty brisk pace. We're not too overburdened. You know, we're not super slow walking it. Okay, well, those were the lockers. And we're going to put the crowbars back because although it works, it's just so freaking slow. It's a good option if there's nothing else available and you can't find any lockpicks. I want to come back and search these hallways, too. But we're going to get all these cool items out of our backpack. You know, we got an M249, even if we don't use it, you know, just to sell it. And we got another SCAR that we're going to sell, too, because we already have one that we're working on getting decked out, but I was waiting for my fame points, which are now at 127. You know, we need to get 150, and it's working. It's getting up there. We were at 101 or 102 when I first realized that I needed to have 150. So we'll get that set up. In the meantime, yeah, let's get you all the way down here. And I think our chests, I'm not going to bother pulling them out because it's probably full anyway. But we can definitely get these guns out here now and save these. We still got some lockpicks. Let me do that. Let me take that bag that had our lockpick and stuff, which is the very last one in that I was freaking checking, of course. And we'll get these back into here. We got all those extra screwdrivers in case we aren't out. But right now we are sitting at 4 left. Ew. That's not too many. Let's take another one just to have one on hand. So if it runs out, we could grab another one. Because if we come across 4 more lockers, I don't want to be screwed. Now that I put the lock... Did I put that bag back? I did. But now that I put the crowbars away, watch, I'll run out of lockpicks, not be able to find any more, and then say, damn it, I should have kept one of those crowbars on me. But I'm not going to worry about that. All right, here we go. Oh, let me get the baseball bat. No, dude, the bat. There we go. Sometimes there's puppets in here. Let's close you back up. And now we got all these crates here to search. And we got more food. And a bayonet. M1 bayonet knife. Okay. We don't need really that. I'm not gonna take that. More 45 rounds. I will take 45 rounds. Night vision, good for selling. That's the kind of stuff I'm looking for. Compact, but it's worth quite a bit. We can search all these boxes. I'm not going to search all of these. There are lockers downstairs, but I think we have enough lockpicks for right now. I'm just going to mainly get the crates. This is as fast as we can walk again. I'm already out over that point of being heavy. Yeah, I'm surprised there ain't more freaking dudes here. You know, puppets or NPCs. It's kind of empty. Maybe somebody's been by here recently. More 45 rounds. I gotta keep taking them. You know, that's our ammo. We got M1911, a flare gun. I think we still got our flare gun. I think we may have sold it. All right, that's all the stuff here. Let's go down the stairs. Man, it's as fast as I can freaking run. I'm hungry. What are we looking at? 40 and 35. Let's go ahead and eat something. It's relatively safe here. We did find these food. Let's eat all of these. All right, we'll get rid of that, and we'll drink some water. We'll drink our victory beer here in a minute. All right, there we go. 2 drinks. Good enough. And let's get our helmet back on. Okay, so now if we go down to the next level, let's get our baseball bat back out. There's more crates down here on the bottom I want to check. And there are several areas along the top. Like there's a crate way down there, but I'm not going to run all the way to the ends of these places. I'll check them. 45 rounds. Got to take it. I'll check them if they're by the stairs as I'm going down. Man, I can't believe how empty this place is. I mean, of puppets and stuff. I've always dealt with puppets and even beepers here before. We don't want the beanie. But at least now, I mean, we're able to check all this stuff, so I can't really complain too much. 14 buckshot. We'll take it. More 45. Oh, those are tracers. I can stack them. Yes, good. More buckshot. We can stack them. And a compass. We'll leave the bag. Bolts. Another baseball bat. I mean, it's in decent shape. Construction pants. We got firefighter pants on. Those seem to work pretty good, so I'll leave them. I hear voices. Are they down here? They're outside. Are they there at the stairs? Where am I hearing that from? Sounds like they're down here. They are. No, that's a puppet. Are they back up top again? Dude, I'm hearing voices again. I want to check this room. You know what? I'm not going to bother. I think they're up top. Yeah, they're not over there. There's a crate over here. Come on, come on. I just want to search this one. A hat. Damn it. All right, let's go back down to the ground. There's another NPC here somewhere wandering around. I think they're up top. But at least we're down at the bottom. We can go back and search those other crates, because what I heard was on the outside. I hear him again. It sounds like it's over here. I think they're on the ground. Or up on top of the wall. I think they may be up top again. Or inside this. There's a building on the inside. Like that one door I opened up. There's other doors. They may be inside of there. All right, really quick. Let's get some of this stuff out of my inventory before I start getting shot at. Oh, they're getting closer. I'm trying to make my load a little lighter. What else do we have? You know, I'll hold on to everything else. All right, I can run. Let's get back up top. I want to go back into that area where the crates were. I hear that bandit. I can't figure out where they're coming from. I think they're up top. Well, maybe they're back here. I can't get through there. You know, I don't want to get wedged or stuck. Let's get back in here and close the door. I don't know how they heard me. I'll research that one. There's a way around. I got to be careful. You know, around the corner here to the right. But I keep an eye on it and see if they come through there. There's more 45 rounds. We can stack them. Good. Uh, 9mm and more shotgun slugs. Dude. We're never going to run out of shotgun rounds. Look, I'm already overburdened now. Or slow down again. Magazine, no. I probably could have left the shotgun behind, but I like to have that option available to me. But of course, Tommy gun's going to be our first option when it comes to the NPCs. 357. We don't need those. But it's nice to see some. Oh, the pink military boots. Those are worth some money. At least they used to be. I'll keep my eye on that freaking hole right there. I'd still like to find that NPC. Take care of her. Another axe, another baseball bat. Military shirt. We searched everything else here. Let's... More metal arrows. Is that the same kind as this? Can I stack them? I can. Nice. Now we got 9. All right. Construction rubber boots. All right. Let me do this. Let's go out this way. I want to find that NPC. Ooh. I think I know where she is. Motorcycle mask. That's all one pile. No, it's not. These are separate containers. All right. I like when they do that. Painkillers. We may need them. Coming up. See, I thought she was on this side of that wall. There's a doorway here. They're not standing on the catwalk. Now, that puppet was over here, too. I gotta be careful. I don't know where the puppet went to. Inside here. I hear the voice. Sound like she was in here. Where's that coming from? It sounds like it's out here. Is it here? I'm not going up there. She's got to be back up top. Up stop. Just like that other dude I killed. She's here on the stairs somewhere.
Movement nearby.
Yep.
Eyes up. contact. No sudden moves.
There she is. Gotcha.
Ice front!
Oh! There were 2 of them. Got you 2. Sliding down the stairs. Right where I got the other dude. All right, what do you got on you? There's that other gun. Same one. All right, let's search you. I think those are the only ones. So they must respawn. You got some carrot juice. And you had a shotgun. Damn. And what'd you have on you? Bird shot. Can opener. Got some 45 rounds. I'm going to take your ammo. Kind of crappy, but we could use it. Everything else, don't really need. You got a 1911. Not bad. They got some pretty good guns on them. So I guess it's all cleared now. Back up here again. I mean, as far as like the NPCs. All right. Well, I think we're going to wrap this episode up right here. Now, when I load back in, all this stuff will be back. I'm not going to search all the containers again because that's kind of like cheating. You know what I mean? But I will load back in here at this location. And we may check some of the other buildings here in this area before we roll on. But we really need to move over towards the gas station, which is around the corner. It's not too far away. But we've got gas canisters in our vehicle that we can refuel with until then. But either way, we're going to wrap it up right here. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Let's get our victory beer. Where's my helmet? Let's get you off. Now let's go ahead and drink you. Yeah, we'll have a nice toast. Sit here, enjoy the sunset. But thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.